think this is gonna piece out okay. All right, so there's not too many times in my career where I've had to, you know, be on the log that I'm cutting from. You wanna go crank the GRCS just a couple times and see what kind of movement we get on this log? All right, we're gonna be setting up a retrievable block to hold these logs. This is one of our older ones. I don't think I have a chafe sleeve on this one, but we stump them backwards with the rings on the bottom. Way to bust this twig. How about that? Just bust it. So even without the chafe sleeve, the construction of this 12 strand is fine on the friction because the entire rope is its strength. A double braid, you'd never want to go direct on the bark like that. I was having a discussion with a guy saying, oh, I just arbitrarily picked the most expensive rope to sell to somebody. Well, you know, if you know anything about margins, it doesn't matter what rope you use. I'm not making any more money with the more expensive rope. Just what it costs to the consumer. But the point is, I'm not selling something just to have the most expensive thing to sell. I'm selling something what I think is the best rope construction to use for the application. And this 12 strand is the best use. Now, the second best use would be like the Forestry Pro that we carry. That would be a good use. I could have choked that knot in the other direction, but we'll get it spun around there. It'll work. When I run up there, I'll cinch that down. So before we crank that, I'll go and choke that better. Okay, well, why don't we you want to get that one down? Get this one down. I'm gonna cut it with the stick saw, let it drop, and then you guys, just hold it with the tagline, and then it should be ready to go. Go up there and cut it with the saw, but something's probably coming off the top of that or basswood, so it's not going to be super stable. Just lower it down. Wiggle it. Wiggle it. Pull on it. Bounce it. Walk up and bounce it. I can just cut it again. There's our basswood breaking off. All right, that works. I'm gonna set this up here for just a second. Yeah. All right, we are going to drop this little section off. Okay, stay clear. Rolled the wrong way. That's exciting. Probably all tangled in there, but I don't want it to sweep the side.
Thank you. We get a tag line on here and pull it on with the Mini?
Yeah, I think we're light enough to do that now. He might even be able to walk up there and just grab it.
See if Terry can. Terry, you want to just.
You gotta see if he can grab it. Perfect. Good call, mate. You're the man, Terry. Yeah, let's look at what occurred here. So when I dipped in there to try to get it, I left. I would kind of compromise this, thinking it would spin this way. But when I zipped this back corner here, she rolled this way. So it's probably the upper canopy weight was just such that instead of rolling this way, it rolled that way. But there is, you know, nice clear work area here. I just backed out of the way and all was well. Hey, we had it captured up in those trees, so it wasn't gonna like go haywire up there. It can only move so far. So always good to have your escape route. That's why we have escape routes, so we can escape. Because we do things that cause us to want to escape. It's nature of the beast.
What you got going on over here?
I hooked it up so that, oh, I hooked it up, didn't I? You can unhook it and do it right. All right, let's see. I'll get my rope through here. One up. So our loader doesn't really go to the road. We were gonna bring 2 loaders and one of our trucks is wounded. Go figure. And so it would have been nice to have 1 loader up here, 1 loader down there. but that's not what we have. So Austin's working a little harder down at the bottom. Did we bring another tag line up? That was from my car. I think there's one in there's an orange bag in the big truck. Oh, that sounded bad on my spike. Right on the rock. I'm gonna crawl all the way up there.
You want to take that other tag line off with you? Or?
Yeah, I do. I'll wait for it. Yeah, I'll just put it on my belt here. I think this is gonna piece out okay. Yeah, you can crank that up. Okay. So as we investigate this here, this is nicely lodged in this crotch. Okay, so this is our main support. That is on the lower log, and that is resting right there. So all of this weight is suspended. So our first objective is to clear this weight, and this, even this, is like holding some stuff. So objective number one, clear the weight. So I want to find a good point of rigging here. So I want to stay on the part that's kind of suspended so I can take off any weight that's suspended, and certainly anything that's okay. So this is suspended. Kind of get up in here, do a natural crotch. Get my handy dandy retriever out. There we go. It's gonna work nicely. All right, stand clear, Mike. All right, we're just going to be patient and let's take one piece at a time. Be systematic. This one we're going to not really holding anything. A little bit of tension, but you know, minutia. Oh, that was sick. It's like, come on, Kev. Take a second longer and figure it out. See if you can sweep that. Oh, it's close. I almost swept it. All right. There's a little, you know, 1-incher hanging there.
Yeah.
I think I'll hang my rope right down through the tree. All right. Well, that stuff is not really holding. If I clear all this, then I can take this one I'm standing on all the way off. And if I can clear this one first. If I get all the work done up here that I need done, I don't have to come back up here. This just pulls right out. Yeah, I think that'll be it. So I'll try to reveal my thought process here. The key principle is take everything that's, you know, really not supporting anything. And there's some really light weight on some of this. Let's see if I can sweep that out of there. There's little weight on that one up there. So I'll take that out after I take out some of this lower weight. There's a little bit of weight there. But you know, this big one down here is what it's really resting on. But maybe I'll leave that and I'll come back to it. I mean, it doesn't hurt. I can run up this limb, you know, easy as pie. Good news that this is basswood. I'm gonna sweep this. Oh, I missed it. Trying to have fun.
Keep missing it. You gotta get that stub off of there.
I know it. Okay. I think I can just piece. I'm gonna make some small drop cuts here.
Okay, you're clear.
We're gonna drop this dead piece out of here. Shouldn't do anything. Make it small enough. Through the gap. You know, if I make some effort to get these things strung so that they're butt heavy, we can get the butt to go through these branches here. I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna send a couple of smaller ones just on their own. We'll see how that works. So if we make a slash cut, a prep slash cut, get that to drop right out of there, the butt should go straight down. That works. Now that's a little longer. Now what we want to try to do is do that with a string on it. So if we get the string up there, then I can cut this down here. And the same thing will happen. It'll come back it'll come back this way to the line. And so if I just slash cut it, it'll drop way out there, and it might flip off the other way and wreck those small trees. You know, it might spring off those branches because of how long it is. But if I string it up here and then my angle of rope comes back here, it's gonna drop, it's gonna pull this way to this fulcrum here at the rope. So,
Kevin,
yeah,
that stub that your right foot was just on,
yeah.
you got quite a bit of tension it's laying on this one.
Yeah, I need it to stay there.
I just want to let you know she might, like, all of a sudden.
Oh, like if that dead stub breaks? That dead stub's never gonna break, is it?
Okay.
Dead basswood never breaks unexpectedly. So we want to get this out far enough. You think my extra 200 pounds is gonna make a difference?
No, but if you take some weight off in there.
No. Yeah, my 200 pounds is gonna make a difference. Okay, we'll get this strung up here. Well, you guys can just be happy it's a nice day to watch me do things. All right, pull up the tension on the tag. Okay. All right, this might not be altogether butt heavy, but kind of hold it loosely, but don't let go. It might be a song, I don't know. Something was in my head. All right, I'm just gonna back cut slash it. Wants to roll this way. Now you can just kick it off. Okay, hold it. See it drifts back this way to this rope. Okay, let it run. There we go. Use that momentum. Nice. And then we've got them butt first and going through all that mess. Try to tip a thing down in there and you're never gonna get it to the ground. You could lose control if you hold too tight, yeah. Oh. Hopefully I didn't change your guys' angle. I want to get underneath this one. My camera's still straight, yeah. I'm messing with these camera angles. Jacob says I should just download the app, the GoPro app, and then I can see the view. I should take advice from the expert, you know, but if he was with me, I'd just say, here, do it for me, would you? Okay. Well, we got a better chance of getting butt heavy here. I think I'm gonna go all the way down here. All right, we're gonna have a pretty good piece.
Okay.
Hold it high till we figure out where the butt is.
Okay.
I'm gonna undercut this. Okay, I was confident that wasn't coming all the way back to me because of I knew I was a few feet over, so, but that did come towards me, so it's something you want to think about. All right, you should be clear.
Okay.
You know, because depending on your rope angle, you know, that could swing all the way to you. So just be aware of your rope angles. so that you're comfortable. Now this one is going to drop more straight down. It's actually going to move away from me probably when I cut this. And I might leave a little butt weight on it. So I don't have to go up very high. I could sling it right here and I could go take a little bit more butt weight. All right, I can probably pull myself up and get in position here. You know, I got these heavier gloves on. I'm gonna get myself a winter assist. I just gotta remember to take it off or it's gonna plague me. Don't cut your sling, yeah. Oh. I'm gonna cut this out of my face. Okay, Mike, a little stub coming.
Okay.
It might bounce to you.
All right.
Are you ready? Let me guide that a little bit. It might snag. Okay. Oh. Well. Okay, go. It pulled my akimbo. You devil. It pulled my akimbo. I'm like, why did I feel like I dropped? All right. I think I can take some weight off now. I don't want to hit my tool, so I better put these on a string. Pull up the slack as I go. Okay. Gotta center tie that. Okay, can't really lanyard on out here. I don't want to lanyard to this piece. Wiggle that to me, or I'll have to go get it myself. I think it's easier just to run back up. Okay, if I go back up, I might as well.
What you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking if I guess we'll know once we get all this off. We'll be able to test and see if this is going to stand by itself.
Well, it will.
If it stands by itself, well, it'll stand with this, but maybe we can take the rope off and I can just work my way down it, you know, and make it short. Okay, I'll go back up and it seems pretty heavy still. All right, let me think here how we're gonna get this out of here. I'm gonna peel that off, that's for sure. All right, you can pull that up. Get my rope through here. I had it over here because this was our drop zone before. Now, kind of switching sides. All right, I think I'm going to cut it right here at this union and try to get it to drop on this side. Of course, it's going to drop on my side.
Yeah, it's gonna lay right on your lap.
It's going to lay right on my lap. But I'll try to cut an angle that so cut that angle there to get it to try to slide off that way. You want to pull up a little bit? Okay, it's sitting there. Here it comes. All right, all right, lower it. Nice. All right, we can live with that. So I tried to leave this last little bit, try to get it to go that way so I can predictably knock it off. We actually had a little bit of holding wood that I pushed off, but that kind of gave me a shield from it coming this way. Little piece coming down. All right, almost looks like those branches they weren't broken, they were swept downward. Oh, I see. Yeah, they were swept by this branch under here. That branch is the one I'm taking off. And then these will be fine. These are just flexed. So we are going to go out here and be nice and tip-tied. Okay, pull it up, Mike. Now this one, we can go all the way out here. Take a nice long piece. Okay, again, I'm not going to lanyard myself onto this piece just for principle's sake. All right, we're going to drop this butt right out of here. And we should get... Yeah, let her run. It might bounce out. There we go, good deal. We did. I don't think we got a single one stuck yet. Don't jinx it, he says.
You can get the next one stuck if you want.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's kind of resting on there. But I think I'm mostly right there and right there. Little piece. Hey, tell Terry he can take that pile right there too. All right, this one, I was gonna say this one might get stuck, but we're gonna avoid it. This can come out of here. We don't need this in the way. Look out, Mike. Well, easy ground guy day today. Bunch of thinking on the part of the climber. Oh, you devil. Wow, it's almost like springtime. All right, well, we had a little battery change, and we're in process here. It's going pretty good, step at a time, and we're gonna drop this one out of here. So I just bragged that we didn't get one tangled yet, so hopefully we can get this out of here without getting tangled. Alright, so we're tip tied. I can't take the whole butt because this is one of our support pieces. But I cut it right here at the union. Little branch coming down, Mike. Wow. All right. can't use this as a tool. Not working so good so far. There we go. There we go, that'll keep me from walking down there. All right, Mike. All right, see if we can't shoot that gap right there. Oh, go. Right there. Wow, this is gonna get exciting. Okay, we're down to 2 pressure points. We're gonna pick a live one to leave last. Now, I'm gonna be on the piece. So I'm down to that point and this point. And I have a high tie-in point, and this is attached to here. Now we've got quite a bit of base in the ground. This still might drift towards the GRCS, but it shouldn't drift much. Now I'm not going to lanyard onto this just because. So I'm going to cut this stub down so I get all my stubs down as short as possible. I don't want any surprises. And this is, you know, extra weight too. So it's extra weight, it's stuff that can hit me if something rolls. Now I could put a lanyard around my rope, but that's gonna move too. So I'm gonna cut this stub off. I'm trying to get rid of as much weight as I can in this stub here, so. How close did I come to the GRCS? Okay, we'll try and play this one a little safer. Have to cut it free. All right, I want to eliminate as much weight with this move as I can. I want to make sure my weight is mostly on my tie-in point. When I cut this, I'm going to cut it on the bottom side up and out because it's probably will settle. It could settle down into there. Worst case scenario, that little branch breaks, but we'll see. So I'm cutting from the bottom up because, you know, basswood is fibrous. It'll break. Now I think I see a little spread in my kerf there, but if I come up slowly, you know, if it does move, it'll move into the cut gradually. If I'm
Hey,
don't
Kevin, you know you're not through that knot on the bottom. It's not through all the way.
Oh, look at that little guy. Okay, so it started breaking and the log I'm on didn't even move. So our GRCS is probably working good. But maybe it did move. I didn't feel it. Okay. All right. Very little movement. Very little movement. This bad boy might stay upright. There's not a lot of weight on this. There's a bunch of weight on that. So we'll have them bring the rope back. I think I'm gonna leave this right here. Make sure you can see that, because that prohibits, you know, a little movement between my two logs, and I'm contacted down there, so that gives a little 1-2 point connection on these logs up here. So I'm gonna make this cut above here. All right, you're gonna have to try to walk that under here. Get it to me. All right, so there's not too many times in my career where I've had to, you know, be on the log that I'm cutting from. You know, never have I been on a log and I'm not tied somewhere else, because all kinds of crazy stuff can happen with the log. I'm gonna tie this out here because I want this butt heavy. Okay, pull it up tight. You want to go crank the GRCS just a couple times and see what kind of movement we get on this log. Okay, that's good. I really think it's standing up on its own. All right, I think I got pressure this way, so I'm going to cut from the left to the right. Nicely done, Mike. And this log did not even move. I think it's gonna stand up. Okay, let's see if we can loosen up that GRCS, and I'll try to move this down a little bit if it lets us. If it lets us, we're in a pretty good place. I think we're in a pretty good place. It's starting to loosen. Watch your fingers, don't let it suck you in. Yeah, we're standing on our own. That's good. All right, just cinch her up a little bit again. All right, another one right in there. Gotta love the bastard. Cut so nicely. Okay, now here's one fear I would have working off of this log, is that standing back up. So, okay, take it off again. I think if I get below this knob, I'll be able to hold both pieces and we'll cut. I think if I take small enough pieces off.
What's gonna happen now? You can get that retrievable out of there.
Oh, let me get it with my lanyard just a minute. Well, we can, because the knot will pull it down. You would have to pull the knot up there, pull it all the way down, but we might as well do it the right way. He was talking about, you know, we won't get the retrievable out of there, but we would, because that knot would have stopped at the rings and we could pull the rings down. I think I will have my lanyard on, because, you know, if the worst thing that would happen is where this log would stand back up again, well, I'd rather be kind of, you know, close to it if it stood back up. Of course, I could jump off it if it stood back up. That's a thought. I could just step off it and swing free. I've got a free swing there. But I'm open to a swing, so I'll leave the lanyard on. I don't think I have a high potential that this log is going to stand back up. It's been sitting there for months. The top log sat down onto the bottom log. Okay, did not lift at all with that weight loss. I'm gonna put the top one on first. Not want to be lanyarded if that bottom log somehow rolls off. would be a drag. That would be a real drag. If I slip off of here, I'll just descend quickly. All right, now we can just follow them. 1, 2, boom, boom. Yeah, that'll be fun.
The rest on the ground?
Yeah, I think I can notch those now. Yeah, you never know what the stump's gonna do in these until you start getting the weight off.
I know it. It had a little movement when you were up there, not a lot.
So you just take it one step at a time. And
So high, I have no idea.
yeah, that was 80-foot throw, yeah. We've got a big slingshot to shoot it with too. But I've been throwing a lot of years, so there's a really bad learning curve. And it's kind of like golf. Like some days you wonder where your game went.
I suppose you give it to the newbies for entertainment.
Yeah.
All right.
No, anytime I've ever featured Throwline on the YouTube, they say, stop, it bothers us too much when we do it. We can't stand watching you do it. Yeah, it's a very frustrating, very fulfilling when you nail it, you know.
So how did you get through that crotch up there? Did you throw it while you were up there?
No, I threw another one through there and then we pulled that. That's a retrievable, you know, rigging system that we put up in the tree.
Right.
But we can do that from the ground, so then I didn't have to climb a second tree.
Yeah,
So now he'll pull that down, we'll untie the base, we'll pull that down and pull the rope out, and then pull the, we wouldn't want those rings to get stuck in that crotch. So the other end is just a straight end. We'll pull it all the way out. It's a 100-foot line.
So when you were up here, I saw you. Which line were you hanging from? Same one?
This one, yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I shot a really high tying point that I could run over the whole gamut.
But that wasn't a big branch up there. Didn't that make you a little nervous?
No, but you see the rope angle goes back and then down.
So that creates...
It creates a compression force. The force splits the angle of the rope.
So that adds a lot
So
more.
that's like pushing a pencil. You can't break a pencil pushing it.
Right.
If I was pulling on that,
Right.
it'd be sketchy. But because the force going right down through the middle of that limb, that was probably not even moving up there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, everything's working okay, it seems like.
Yeah.
Appreciate you taking that pile. That's
Yeah.
gonna be a couple hours of work.
Yeah, you bet. It grappled out pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
Any others that you grab, no one's gonna complain.
yeah, if we got room, we'll make that go away.
All right.
All right,
Thanks a lot.
you bet. I was a little off on my plunge cut, but that was all right. Keep that hinge. And then I just cut out from the inside out. But lots of decay inside these things. So the holding wood was basically nothing.
There's always a risk when you're playing the game of trees.